I am super excited this morning. It is Thursday. You know what we are each and every Thursday right here with the one, the only, the beautiful, my sister from another mother. I love her to death. This is one of the strongest females on the planet. I believe one of the strongest females on the planet. This young lady has birthed I want to say, y'all, she's birthed so many rock stars. She's a true blessing to God's green earth. I love her no matter what. And I'll go to the end of the rose for her. So without further ado, we all know her, but the one, the only Miss Pamela Pacheco.
Yeah, thank you so much. I absolutely like your energy is absolutely amazing. Like, absolutely adore you. Thank you so much for your energy. Thank you for your servant leadership. Thank you for getting the energy going this morning. Guys, do not expect me to give a giveaway every week, okay? That's Didi's doing. But I'm grateful. Definitely great ideas. Great minds definitely think alike. And I'm just honored, blessed, and humbled to be doing life with women and just people of your caliber, Didi, of your heart. And thank you again. Thank you. So what's going on, beautiful people? It is Thriving Thursdays, May 13th, 2021. And I'm excited today. And it's funny because I was actually, I spent a lot of time with this individual, and I was at his house last night, and I was like, hey, you want to do a Breakfast Club call? And he was like, huh? And I was like, yeah. And I really didn't think he was going to say yes, but he has never told me no. So definitely I'm grateful, humble, and blessed to just do life with people of his caliber. You know, this man is an exceptional husband. He is an amazing father to his 4 beautiful children. Formerly, he was a counselor for children, and he was also in promotions. He went from Brooklyn, New York to sunny Tampa, Florida. But more than the physical, more than the materialistic gain, I've seen this man not only transform his life from the inside out. I've seen, him impact and position people to do the same. And for me, that's really what it's about. It's about servant leadership. It is about helping people. And I'm just grateful. I'm excited to get this call going. So without further ado, it is my pleasure to introduce to you my brother from another mother, Mr. J-A-O-N. Did you make the call, Jay?
Yes, I'm here. Can you hear me?
I can hear you. I can see you, bright and cheery. Look at you. You don't even look like you just woke up.
Yeah, I did. My favorite product. Product. So when you start your day.
Love it. Absolutely love it. So how you doing this morning?
Doing great. I'm doing great. Feeling amazing. Still a little bit under the weather. Had a cold this weekend, so definitely still feel congested. But other than that, I feel amazing, man. Super excited, blessed, and highly favored, honestly.
Yes. Amen. Amen. I love it. Definitely praying for your speedy recovery as well. And so tell people, who is Mr. J-A-O-N? Tell them a little bit about you. We have some brand new people on the call that have never had the pleasure of hearing your story. So let them know who you are.
What's going on, beautiful people? My name is Jay. I'm originally from Brooklyn, New York. Come from very, very humble beginnings. Family comes from Section 8, public assistance. Not too many people in my family, graduated. Not too many people in my family made 6-figure income. So, not a lot of them went to college. So basically, the standards were set low. Coming from a place like that, I just wanted the best, the best of the best for me and my family. I wanted you could be the victim or you could be the victor, or you could use that to inspire you, or you could use that to keep you handcuffed and keep you grounded, So I just used that to inspire me to want more. And, I did, what they told me to do, went to school, got, decent grades, and, stumbled upon being a counselor, found my passion in helping people. I didn't know that's what I wanted to do until I started interning for 6 months and didn't get paid. I didn't even know what internship meant. But that's where I knew I loved what I was doing, and I found a passion in helping people really fulfilled me. And, did that for a couple of years. And I was doing also club promoting restaurants and, nightclubs and lounges on the weekends. I was making decent money. I was making really good money, but my lifestyle, it was a dark life. I wasn't fulfilled, a lot of hours, too little time with my kids. I had 2 kids with a third one on the way. And, my wife was a stay-at-home mom. And, my back was against the wall, and they say you joined this company or this business, out of inspiration or desperation. And I was desperate and I was looking for something else. I think I was definitely going through some depression, and, my back was against the wall. I asked my supervisor, what do I got to do to make more money so I don't have to work 2 jobs? And she said, you got to go back to school, go continue your education, and then we can sit down and talk. I said, so I got to quit second job, which I can't afford to do, to go to school, for another 2 to 4 years. I was like, this is going to be difficult. So, that's where my back was against the wall. That's where my mind opened up to the industry of network marketing. I saw a good friend of mine by the name of Jay Peso Blue. He's a Blue Diamond agent right now. And, I seen his lifestyle. He tried to reach out to me a couple of times, and, I thought I was too cool for the industry. I was like, I'm not a salesman. It's not for me. I'm not outgoing. I'm not outspoken. I can't do things like that. I can't convince people. But I seen his lifestyle, and that's what caught my attention. I was like, I want to live that lifestyle. I want to be able to get the time, so I could enjoy my family. So I said, listen, it's either this or I quit one of my jobs and go to school. So I said, let me give it a shot. I don't like school. So I went all in, and I went, pedal to the metal, and that was it. They said show 2 to 5 a day, and that'll keep the bills away. And I did that for a year straight. And after a year, literally September 20 of 2012, I got started. September 14, 2013, I was making enough money. I doubled up on what I was making at my job. I walked away from that. And then 6 months later, walked away from my second job. And now I've been in this industry for almost 9 years, 7.5 years. I've been able to, live my life the way that I want it. Of course, there's been a lot of ups, there's been a lot of downs, but we're here, we're smiling. We get to enjoy, you really get to enjoy life. I got my life back, got my health back. And life has just been amazing. And I truly love what we have here in Secret, because, I was going through depression. I didn't know that 9 years ago, but I recently found out 2 years ago that I was definitely struggling with some depression. And, I went to see a therapist, and I started talking to them, right? Because they say if you got a coach, if you want something, get a mental coach. If you want, finance, get a financial coach. If you want, business, get a business coach. So I went and I got a mental coach, and the therapist said, listen, you got mild depression, and there's 3 things you got to do to work on it. I said, what do I got to do? She said, you got to, eat right, because you are what you eat. So it's very important about the food you put into your body. She said, sleep at least 6 to 8 hours a day. And she said, work out 30 minutes a day. So I did that, and my life has completely changed. I really, I lost 65 pounds. I feel way better. My energy is at a higher level. I'm more happier, more fulfilled, and my life has completely changed. So when we got introduced to Secret, and, it was about health and wealth, I got really excited for that, because I know how much it's done for me in my life. And I was excited to be able to bless other people with that. The gift of happiness, the gift of fulfillment, the gift of feeling good, and that's exactly what we're doing here. We're definitely giving people a lot of value and teaching people on how to take care of themselves, because it doesn't matter how much money you have, how much money you make. If you're not good within, you can't win. So, yeah.
Oh, y'all got that? Like, he just dropped so many gems after gems after gems. The last one was, if you're not good within, you can't win. Like, that is a fact. And something that you said at the very beginning that it resonated with me also was, you can be a victim or you can be a victor. And I feel like a lot of times, we go through life, and even myself, like I'm growing through this healing process right now. And every day is like, we say like pain is inevitable, suffering is a choice, right? And it's one of those things that you have to look above and beyond, but you also have to know is like, listen, I'm not going to let this situation get the best of me. Like, I'm a victor, I'm not a victim. And I feel like, so whether it be society, whether it be upbringing, whether it be environments, whatever the case may be, they a lot of times, make us just in this victimization and this victimization mentality, right? That is, you're just like, it's easier to stay there. And I love that you said that, and I just love that you were like, when you also said something else that was very, very important, and this was before you even got into the network marketing industry. You were like, you asked your boss, they're like, what do I have to do to make more money? And it wasn't so much what you asked her, it was just the willingness to say, hey, you know what, I need help, let me reach up, right? It was saying that I knew something's gotta give, like, let me see what exactly I have to do. Let me see exactly like what needs to be done. And I feel like a lot of times, even myself, like I've had to grow into being able to ask for help, right? I feel like a lot of times, like we will get a lot further as not only as organizations, as teams and business, as families, as just human beings, right? Because there's a you in humanity if we just collaborate, if we are just, we are humble enough to just ask for help, humble enough to say, hey, you know what, I'm not all here right now, like I need to reach up and reach out. So I think that there were so many powerful things, but those are three of those things that from your story that really, really stood out to me. So absolutely, thank you for that. And if you guys have not followed Mr. JAON, definitely go do that on social media. It is JAON, All or Nothing. And most recently, I saw you on this health journey. And this health journey started way before, right? Months ago. And like you said, it was something that you're like, you can't win if you're not right within. And that transformation, I see you still do it every single day. It wasn't like, if you guys were in Vegas, when was that? March in Vegas, Jay won the contestant for the most weight loss, right? And the most improvement, I would say, like you would see in the time span. And it wasn't so much the prize for him. It was, I feel like it was the journey, because knowing you is the journey, it's the impact that you're having on other people. But I'm also, I kind of want to know, like, what was your mindset? Because I still see you going to the gym, even after you lost the weight that you lost. I still see you eating right. I still see you, taking your supplements. I see you on a daily. You're not just saying like, oh, I love the energy drink. Like, you don't drink coffee, you drink energy. You never really have. I see you which is everything, right? You're a product of the product, but what has exactly, Suheni, it's a lifestyle. What has made you, like, what makes you be consistent? Like, what makes you be consistent? Because, you could lose weight and keep it off for a little bit and then gain it again, or you can just be consistent how you have and make it a part of your lifestyle. And that's one of the things like I admire about you. And you definitely inspire me all day, every day to just continue on my health journey and just continue to become a better person in the process. But talk to us a little bit about that.
You got to have a strong reason why. You know what I mean? I think that's what it starts with first. You got to know why you're doing it. And to me, my father passed away a couple of years ago. And he died of cancer, and his lifestyle was definitely not the most healthiest lifestyle. And I went to the doctors. I started being more health conscious, and started to think that I got to check on me. And doctor was like, listen, man, you're 270 pounds, cholesterol's a little high, blood pressure's a little high. If you don't get your life in order. I had sleep apnea. I was choking in my sleep, basically. And he said, if you don't get a hold of the situation, he said, in the next 5 to 10 years, you're susceptible to 13 different cancers and diseases. And I think just hearing that, was just like, an eye opener for me, and I got 4 kids and, just had a baby boy 2 years ago. And, it's just like, I want to be here for my son. I want to be able to walk my girls down the aisle. And I know they're watching me. I know they're looking at me, and I know that, health is just been a perfect, it's just been a part of my transformation mentally, especially in the pandemic. A lot of us were stuck in the house. I was like, nah, I'm going running. The gym was closed. I was like, I'm going outside. I'm running. I'm good outside. Ain't nobody on social distancing. So, I got into the running, and, I think, they say 21 days create a habit. I think what happens is some of us, go so deep in, and I've, been trying to lose weight for 7 years. It's not that it happened overnight. I've been trying for 7 years. I've messed up. I've gained weight. I fell off. I stopped going to the gym. I go to the gym. So it's been an up and down journey. So I just been, figuring it out, figuring who I am. But one of the things that I feel like, I've been, as I always work on myself, always learning and personal development. And one of the things that as I, go to the gym, I don't listen to music. I listen to a personal development audio. So I'm working on 2 things while I'm in the gym. I'm working on my mindset and my body, right? And one of the things that said it was, 30 days. What happens is we sometimes, AON go all or nothing, right? And I'm that person, and I'm the type of person, I ain't drinking, no alcohol for 30 days. I ain't smoking, no alcohol. And it's crazy because I'll just say I'm going to do it for 30 days, but then it goes for 6 months. And then it goes for a year. I haven't smoked, because I used to smoke hookah every now and then. I haven't smoked hookah since June. And it was just a 30-day challenge. So you gotta implement these things on a small level sometimes, just go for 30 days, and just try 30 days and maybe just take, I'm gonna drink a gallon of water for 30 days. I'm gonna, walk 30 minutes a day for 30 days. And as you in that process, it just becomes such a habit, like brushing your teeth. Then you add on another thing the next 30 days. So I just kept on adding different challenges. And I got that from my brother Marco. He just told me, yo, stop trying to dive all in. And, he lost a lot of weight himself. He made a huge transformation. So from the outside looking in, I was like, I need to do that, but I didn't have the consistency. So I was struggling with that myself, but it was, just 30 days, 30 days at a time. And, that's where it just became, not that I don't go to the gym now to lose weight. I go to the gym now because it's therapy. It's therapeutic for me. Like it's literally, it's probably saved a lot of arguments. It's probably saved a lot of lives. It's probably saved a lot of frustrations because, it's a mental release. And I feel we all have stuff that we, carry with us. So you have to find the outlet, whether it's painting, whether it's drawing, whether it's meditation. For me, it just happened to be the gym. And so I don't go to the gym to look good no more. I go to the gym because it's my mental release. So you got to find which one works for you. And, challenge yourself, 30-day challenges, get an accountability group, get somebody that holds you accountable in the same situation, that wants the same results and the same thing that you want. And, you guys would definitely push each other to do better.
Absolutely love that. I love that. And there's so many great things that you said. The chats are absolutely going crazy. Because like you said, it was more than just, the losing weight. It's not only are you getting your health in order, but you're also getting your mindset in order while you're at the gym, right? And that's important because it contributes to the overall well-being, right, of your whole being. And that's one of the reasons why I love like where we're at and what we have our hands on with Secret, because it definitely it promotes the holistic lifestyle from the inside out and in every aspect of life. Like it's very, very remarkable, your story, and just more so like your commitment to your commitment. Thank you. So this person that we see here today is not the same person, like you said. And you definitely, one of those people that are committed to constant, never ending improvement. And what would you say has been one of the greatest contributions to not only, the person you are today, the husband, the father, the friend, the leader, the businessman that you are today? What would you say has been something that has, impacted that or allowed you to grow to this person that you are today?
Before you lead or inspire anyone, you need to inspire and lead yourself. So that was never my intention. I've never done, my intention was, I was never someone that you look up to, you know what I mean? So that was never something that, oh, I want to do that. You know what I mean? Like my aunt, I was that kid that my aunt was like, no, don't let my son hang out with him. He's going to get in trouble. You know what I mean? So yeah. So I was the one that you keep your kids away, because I was the bad influence, So I never had intended for that, but it was just me leading myself, you know what I mean? And, leading myself and wisdom, learning from all my experiences, and going through all the things that I've been through. I've been through a lot, I've been through a lot, so many ups and so many downs, and, I've overcome that. And I always tell people, the bigger the struggle is, the bigger the leader. You're going to find strength in your struggle. And I loved helping people. And one of the ways that I found that you can help someone is by, leading them through what they're going through. But you could only lead them through it because you've experienced it or you've been through it. So I've been through so much, that, people just come to me for advice. And, I've always had a good heart. I think I get that from my mother. My mother has an amazing heart. She always loves helping people and serving, and, she's instilled that with me. And, that's where I found it in counseling. And, and I just love helping people, and I'll do it for free. You know what I mean? And I was doing it for free as a counselor, because you don't get paid well. So I just love it. And I think it just gives you a sense of fulfillment. You know what I mean? Like there's no better, greater feeling. Another thing that I read Jim Rome is definitely somebody good to look up. I listen to a lot of Ed Milet podcasts. I saw somebody ask that question. So Ed Milet podcast, I listen to probably every one that he has, and I send it out to people. I hear something from it, and then boom, I send it out. And then yeah, Jim Rohn is definitely the GOAT. Zig Ziglar, I was listening to yesterday as well, looking at your self-image. How do you see yourself? It's not how other people see you, it's how you see yourself. And if you see yourself in a greater light, then the world will see yourself in that light. If you see yourself in a greater light, you're gonna think twice before what you eat, before what you put in your body, because you think highly of yourself. But if you think low of yourself, self-love, if you don't love yourself enough, you're gonna hurt yourself. You know what I mean? So yeah, so it's just about leading, man. Just going through what I've been through and just, giving people some advice on what I've been through. And from that, it became, oh, talk to Jay. He got a lot of answers. He's been through a lot. He can lead you. He's got a good heart. And I feel like, that's what it's about. I think we had a conversation the other day, and, I think it's all about leaving that impact on other people. Like when I'm not here anymore, when that day does come, I don't want my kids to be sad. I want my kids, to be filled with stories of how their dad helped that person get through certain things. That's what I want my kids to see, is the legacy that I left in other people. And of course, we know, it takes a village to raise a family. So in helping others, I know those people will come around and they'll be there for my family when I'm not here. So, don't burn bridges, man. You're going to need them eventually. You know what I mean? So that's just what I want to do, is just help as many people as I can.
Amen. So this is good. The chats are blowing up. I'm like, yes, I might keep you here for another 40 minutes. I'm just joking. Something that I admire you a lot of, beyond the family and the businessman you are and the human being that you are, you said something powerful just now: don't burn bridges. And, it's funny because, Jay has like a spot in his house that it's literally like you walk into the spot, and his wife, if you don't know, follow Decor for Home, because she is definitely the GOAT of Decor for Home. Love Ennis. And he has literally like a little spot in his house that you walk in and you feel like you're going into a therapy session, right? And anytime we're gonna have a conversation, he'll go and he'll sit in the chair, and he's like, yeah, well, I'm gonna send you the bill later, but I knew this was gonna be a conversation. But I always love that no matter what's going on, and we've seen life happen. I've seen from the outside looking in and also from the inside looking out, I've seen people just do you wrong, right? Or necessarily not do to you what I know you would do to them, right? And one of your favorite things that you always say is bless and release. And that is something that I'm working on, right? Just being transparent, because we keep it real on the Breakfast Club call. But what is something that it's like, no matter what happens, I feel like it's like nothing makes you sweat when it comes to that. You never burn bridges, no matter in business and in life. And that is something that is truly admirable, truly respected. And I feel like that is something that we can all model, because I know there's somebody right now that is going through some things with some leaders, or has gone through some things with some people, or is letting that hurt or letting that pain not let them prosper or keep them at a level, at a place of just stagnancy. Like what is it that that just makes you have that mindset? What is it that just makes you have that? I don't even know necessarily how to describe it, but it's just a beautiful place to be at, right? So tell us a little bit about that.
Yeah, that's hard. I don't know when that happened. But somebody was like, "You're like Yoda." Like, yo, you're like Master Yoda. Nothing bothers you, brother. And I don't know, man. I've been hurt a lot in my life. You know what I mean? I've been hurt a lot in my life, and there's a lot of things that have happened in my life that it caused a lot of pain, and I've held on to that for many years, and it didn't do me well. I held on to that anger, I held on to that frustration, and forgiveness is power, man. They say when you forgive people, you're not forgiving them, you're forgiving, you're letting it off of you. You know what I mean? That's something they got to live with, and if you have faith and you believe in God, you got to understand, God is watching, man. God's got the best karma. And you never know what people are going through. You never know what they're going through. Some people are, they say hurt people, right? Someone who's hurt is gonna hurt someone else because they don't know any better. And it was books, man, audios, they say a lot of the habits that people have, they were, that was passed down from their parents. And a lot of people in the 80s, 90s, 70s, they didn't know how to be parents because they didn't have good parents. So how can we blame someone who is not at fault for their behaviors because their parents didn't know how to raise a kid, or they didn't have parents to raise them? You know what I mean? So it's like, who can you blame for this? It's just, we can go back years, like, damn, this is a like generational type of stuff that's been passed down to the next and to the next and to the next. And it's like, if we keep doing the things that they expect and, reacting what they're used to, how do we help? You know what I mean? How do we help? So you have to lead by example. You have to leave. And, to me, I feel love is the answer for everything. I think love is just, it's a beautiful feeling. And I think a lot of us never experienced love. A lot of us experience pain and hurt and, talk down upon. And, so I feel like if we lead with love, I think that is the answer. And it's crazy, man. I read a book when I was like, probably like 12, 13, 14 years old. I don't know why I picked up this book, but it was on Mahatma Gandhi. And it was Midnight to Freedom. And I don't know why I read that book, but something read to me. And he influenced over 2 million people to fight a war without weapons. And they just led with love. And they said that has never been done before. And to this day, nobody has done what he's been able to do. And I just found that so inspiring. And I feel like, if your heart is in the right place, we'll heal the world. It's just a lot of people that are just out there hurting, you know what I mean? And, I'll find the good in everybody because everybody has good in them. It's just, we got to find that good in them. And, I'll find that and I'll hold on to that. And that's the light that I'll look at them in the light of that goodness. And maybe nobody else sees them, but, I always find that. My wife said, you're so naive sometimes, but, and, some of those people that I found that goodness in are doing 20 years in jail. You know what I mean? But I know there is that good in them, but it was ego and all this other stuff that made them do different things, and put them in the situation that they're in. And it's like, if I could have held on to that person more longer, it probably would have made a different impact, or if he had more people around him that would give him that, so, that's my thing, man. Bless and release, man. If you have faith, man, just, take it out of your hands. God will deal with it, man. So yeah, bless and release. We're going to get a shirt that says it.
Yes, absolutely. Oh my God, I absolutely love that. Thank you. Thank you for that. You, a lot of people, you just said a lot of us agree with that for sure. So we've talked a little bit about life, we talked a little bit about family, about health. Let's talk a little bit about wealth because you got money. Congratulations to you, our newest Ruby agent. And if you're not a part of our secret family, let the person know that invited you so they can show you what our account plan look like. But man, I it's truly inspiring because I see you, and it's a lot of people that do it for the gram, right? But I see you doing it for real. I see you doing it for real, day in and day out. I see you on the 3-way calls. I see you on the Zoom. I see you, sending your 2 days out. I see you like. You are, again, are one of those people that you keep me on my toes in every aspect of my life because you are literally just such a well-rounded individual in the sense that you're just on it 24/7. And congratulations to you and your family, our newest Ruby agent. And I know that, Diamond is around the corner. But man, it is something that is absolutely just inspirational. And, most recently we had our Elevate event. And in the next, I think 2 months from now, we're going to have boot camp in Orlando, Florida. What would you like? How important would you say that training is to your success? How important would you say that training is to, the growth that you've had in your organization and in your life? Like, would you tell anybody that what would you tell somebody that, is brand new or somebody that's here and they're just like, oh, I don't know if I want to necessarily go to training, or, talk to us about that a little bit.
This energy is starting to kick in. This thing's getting me pumped up. I'm ready for the gym. But training is everything. You can't. I don't. If you keep doing the same thing, you're gonna keep getting the same results. If you want something different, you got to do something different. The trainings have completely changed my life. Again, we must have heard it like 2 or 3 times. It starts from the inside out. Your inner thoughts are a direct reflection of your outer lifestyle. You know what I mean? So this is definitely, like you said, it's a lifestyle. This is just something that is everything for me. Like it's crazy. Like it's like you can't tell the difference. As one of our great mentors, he said, you can't tell this the secret of living, right? Is like you can't tell the difference whether it's work or play, because it's part of my life. So even when we're hanging out chilling, I'm still sending a text on a side text, and you're still recruiting, or I'm sending out a message, or I'm sending an experience back. I'm doing something. But it all happened at training. If it wasn't for the training, is where I made the big decision. You see, when I first got started, September 20th, there was a training event, September 22nd. And the person that got me started, Jay Peso, he said, listen, you got to go to this event. And I said, listen, I'll go. I showed 10 people, the business plan to 10 people that first day I got started. All 10 of them, my best friends, they laughed, joked, said it was too good to be true, pyramid, this, that. They all like literally joked me, clowned me, and it was like a punch to the stomach. Like I was like, oh my gosh, I thought that they would follow me. I thought that they would do this. I'm a good guy. I got influence. I knew I should have not did this. I don't like sales. And I'm like, this is why I avoided it. I don't like rejection. That was one of my worst things. I hated rejection. I said, I couldn't do this. And, literally 10 people, man. And I would have never, ever took this business serious. I was checked out. From that day, I would have never shown anybody else. But Jay Pacer told me about the training event. That was 2 days later. And I said, you know what? I'll go. And I committed. I said, I'll go. And then I remember I was working nights in the club scene. And, I woke up late. Training started at 9. I got up at like 10:30, 11. And he's like, I remember waking up and I was like, man, I was supposed to go to that event. And my wife said, you're not going to go? I was like, I don't think so. I'm already late. And she said, but you're not like that. You're a person that says you're impeccable with your word, right? For agreements. She said, you're a person that always says you do what you say you're going to do. Call him, see if it's not too late. So I text him. I say, hey, listen, I just got up. I work nights. He said, yeah, you still got time. You'll make it here by lunch. So I went, drove all the way to the city, 45-minute drive. And I got to that training event, and I seen people all around. And mind you, I walked in by myself. I wasn't received by anybody. Nobody hold my hand. I just walked in and I just see energy. And I felt good energy. And coming from where we come from, we don't get that a lot. Everybody was smiling. Everybody was in upbeat, in a good mood. And I'm like, wow, this is different. And he said, go get a seat in the back. I'm like, do you know who I am? I get VIP usually. He said, no, you go to the back. You sit by yourself. Humbled me, right? So I sat all the way in the back, and I sit next to a guy, and I'm like, hey, what's up, man? He's like, your first time? I said, yeah, my first time. Why are you here? I don't know. I was like, I don't know either, right? So we sit back and we're just listening to the stage. And there was a guy up there that, a country guy who likes to pee off his porch. And, and he's just showing all his pictures, telling his story. He bought a tractor trailer. I'm like, what the heck is going on here? And then there was a moment where they did recognition. And I seen people walking stage. And they say, babies cry for it. Grown men, grown folk would die for it, right? And I see people walking stage and, saying their story and what they were able to accomplish. Facts tell, stories sell, right? And I seen a kid that was probably like 20 years old. And he's like, yeah, I used to work at McDonald's, got introduced to this industry. Now I don't work no more. I got residual income. I drive a BMW. I took my mom on vacation, been on 19 vacations. I said, this kid is 20 years old. What have I been doing wrong? I drive a beat up Nissan Maxima. This is crazy. BMW is my favorite car. So he barely knew English at that. I'm like, he don't even know English. It's broken down. I'm like, no, I can definitely do this. And seeing so many different people winning from different backgrounds, different education was what got me excited. Something got inside me. You see, there's 2 times when you join this business. Is when you get inside the business, but is when the business gets inside you. And that happens at the training event. So there is where I caught that something just turned on inside me. It's like that inner child just turned on, those imaginations of thoughts of getting all these things. I feel like society and the real world has a way of dimming your future. It has a way of dimming that light, that childlike enthusiasm that you have inside you, that thing that you're born with. They just give you enough just to keep you satisfied. And that's where you live at that comfort level for the rest of your life. And it's because that light that vision of your future has been dimmed, and it looked like it's further away because you look at everybody around you and they're not achieving much. A lot of people, that goals that they had, they didn't accomplish, and those people set their limiting beliefs on you, and now you have those limiting beliefs. And that this training event is where that just turns up. And I got out of that training event. I didn't even talk to Pace or wait for him. I got out of there. I made 3 phone calls. First phone call was to my wife. I said, I wish you were here. This thing was crazy. I'm telling you, I'm taking this thing serious. Second phone call was to a credit repair company. I said, I'm trying to repair my credit. They said, why? I said, I'm pulling out a BMW in the next couple of months. Third phone call is to my best friend, the one that was the most skeptical. I said, you home? I'm coming over. I went to him. And it wasn't what I said, it's what I said. It's not what I said, it's how I said it. Right? I looked in his eyes and I said, listen, man, I just saw something that's going to change my life. We've been working hard. I've been putting money in your pocket so many different ways. We've been making good money. We're making 6 figures right now, but we ain't got that lifestyle. I'm telling you right now, it's either you follow me or I'm going to leave you behind. I'm going to make you regret it. Because I made a decision at that training event. And I promise you, if you don't go to that training event, you're never going to make a decision that you're going to be able to follow out. And at that training event, it was over. After that, I signed up over 20, 30 people. Something just sparked. I was outside doing presentations by myself. I was riding a bike. I had my laptop DVD. I was pressing play on Matt Morris, pausing it. Like, this is what we doing. This is where we going. This you coming, you staying. This is how we going to make money. This is how we going to change our life. This is what we're going to do. You coming or you staying? And I just kept going through the numbers. Peso was like, what are you doing? Let me help you. Let me help. I don't need no help. I'll call you when I need you. Because it was me. I made a decision to just go get it done. I didn't know how I was going to do it, but I knew I was going to do it. I knew why I was doing it. I didn't know how, but I knew why. And when people felt that energy and they felt me that I was serious about this. I have people that told me no. Many people, I showed people, I didn't care who said yes, I didn't care who said no. You coming? Cool. You're not? Cool. Wait, stay behind. Go, come. People talking BS. My wife didn't want me to do this business. She was mad because I was already working 2 jobs. Now I got a business. I'm never home. I said, you got to give me a shot. I was literally battling. I thought I was going to lose my family in the process of doing something great for my family. And I had to make a decision on that one as well. And I said, I'm doing this. I'm not doing this for you. I'm doing this for my kids. And I said, listen, I could probably put this on hold. I'll put this dream on hold, and I'll always have that regret that what if? Like, I didn't take this serious. What if I did take it serious? What it could have done for us? And I had to make that decision. One of the hardest decisions I probably had to make. And I started to think, I said, maybe she'll leave me in 5 years anyway. Maybe she'll leave me in 10 years anyway. And I regret that I didn't do this. Never put your dreams on hold for anybody. Those are your dreams for a reason. God placed it in your heart for a reason. And I said, you know what? This would be the biggest test. If she really is there, it's the person that's supposed to be for me, she will be here with me at the end of this. That's why 1 year later, I made enough money and walked away from my job while we were in Disney World. I said, I ain't never going back to work. But it never would have happened. It never would have happened if I didn't go to that training event. So if you really want to change your life, if you really want to get to the next level, if you really want to help those people around you, if you really want to prove to those that doubt you, you have to, without question or doubt, be at these training events, because they will give you the belief, they will give you the vision that you can't see for yourself. Because maybe your vision ain't big enough. But they will give you that vision because you will see how big their vision is. Borrow somebody else's until you're able to create yours. My vision in the beginning was just the BMW. That was it. Got that in 3 months. Then it was financial freedom. Got that. Happened in 1.5 years. Then it was helping other people attain that. The vision gets bigger, but it all started with the seed that was planted at that training event. And then once I knew what that did for me, I said, oh, I got to bring more people to the concert. And that's what I started to do. Bring more people with me. 2 things you need to master in this business: inviting people to see the information and promoting the training event. I wasn't a leader. I didn't know how to lead people. I didn't know what I was doing. I was just excited, but I got them to the campfire. Invite them to see the information, get them started, get them to the training events. That's it. IP, invite and promote. Stop trying to be the leader. Stop trying to be Matt Morris. Stop trying to be Pamela Pacheco. Stop trying to be all these other great speakers. That was one of the things I used to do, compare myself. I can't talk like this person, talk like that person, talk like this, talk like that. Comparison is a thief of all joy. This is a team effort. Use the people that you have on your team to help you build your business. Work smarter, not harder. Get out of the way. Some of you want to be presentation man, or I want to be speaker man. You know, Marcus Setta, the GOAT. Stop trying to do that. I had no ego. I was older than Peso. I was making more money at the time. I was making really good money at the time. He thought I wasn't gonna be coachable. But as soon as I seen he had the freedom that I wanted, all ego went to the side. What do I gotta do? Tell me, what do I gotta do? All right, that's it. Followed everything he told me to do. A year and a half later, I got what I wanted, was that financial freedom. So training events, coachable, teachable, invite and promote. That's it. Game over. Your life will change. I guarantee you. Do that for the next 6 months to 90 days. 6 months to 9 months. Your life will change completely.
Yeah. I mean, we had another question, but I think that's like the mic drop there. Wow, you completely blessed us. Everybody has feeling this energy is definitely inspiring. Definitely. Energy is everything on a whole nother level, man. Thank you so much for blessing us. If there's anything on your heart that you just want to leave that you just want to tell the people, I'm gonna let you close it out. But thank you so much for blessing us today, Jay. Appreciate you. Love you always. God bless you, man.
Love you too, man. Love you too. Appreciate you, man. Listen, guys, man, I don't know why you're doing this. I don't know what made you get started with this, man, but just know it's possible. You know, God made us in the image of perfection. We have everything inside of us to do what we want to do. Everything's already installed in you. And it's just, the people around us didn't see it. They didn't believe it. They didn't believe in themselves. And for that, they've just put their limiting beliefs on you. And I see that, I look at you and, I want to tell you, you are special. You have everything inside of you. There's nothing special about me. There's nothing special about Pam. There's nothing special about Didi. There's nothing special about none of us. It's just, we have this dream, we have this relentless pursuit to not give up, and we just push forward. And I promise you, if you just push forward and you just keep trucking, you keep taking one step in front of the other, and just don't quit. I guarantee you, don't quit. I come from very humble beginnings, and the craziest part is that, I remember I was in third, fourth grade, and I used to always walk with my head down. I used to remember counting the cracks in the floor. And I had an uncle. He said, "Why you walk with your head down?" He said, "You got no confidence." And I remember I was like, "Oh, none of the girls pay attention to me, this and this and that." He says, "You don't believe in yourself. You have no confidence." He said, "You need to walk with your head high. You're better than that." Like, that's how broken I was. I was such a broken young boy, such a broken kid. And I had to learn how to build myself up. And that's the dopest thing about this community that we have here. Everybody wants to see you win. We'll lift each other up, and together we will win. So trust me, if I can do this, you definitely can. God bless. See you guys in Orlando.
Yeah. Breakfast has been served. Thank you so much, Jay, for blessing us. Great day, everybody. Let's go make it a better day. Man, that was incredible. Recording will be available in the next 24 to 48 hours. Great day and God bless. Let's get it.